November 13th, 2025, 11 a.m. A message pops up on my screen. Hi, are you free to chat? It's my manager's manager. This guy never contacts me. I tell him I need a bathroom break first. While I'm in there, worst case scenarios flood my mind. What's the worst that can happen? They lay me off? Nah, they wouldn't do that. I'm literally the only person on my team working on this project. 5 minutes later, I hop on the call, and I hear it. We've decided to eliminate your role. Starting today, you no longer have access to the bank's network. I should have panicked, but I didn't, thanks to John Bogle. A few years ago, he taught me a simple strategy that quietly grew my portfolio into $500,000 safety net. If you don't know who Bogle is, here's a short version. He's the guy who transformed investing and made it accessible to regular people like you and me. Before Bogle, investing was expensive and complicated. Wall Street charged massive fees and convinced people they needed experts to pick stocks for them. But all that changed when he founded Vanguard. Bogle had a different approach to investing. Instead of trying to find the needle in the haystack, he believed people should just buy the haystack. His philosophy was revolutionary, yet simple. You don't need to be a genius. You don't need to predict which company will be the next Apple or Amazon. You just need to follow a few simple rules and let time do the heavy lifting. I discovered Bogle 6 years ago when I was 22. I read books that broke down his investing strategy, and it completely changed how I thought about money and investing. Not because it was complicated, but because it was shockingly simple. And on November 13th, when I heard your role has been eliminated, those words should have destroyed me, but they didn't. Why? Because years earlier, I followed Bogle's advice, and it quietly built a shield I didn't even know I need. Let's be real. Getting laid off is terrifying. When I heard it, my chest tightened like I got hit with COVID again. It felt like someone kicked the chair out from underneath me. My first instinct? Calculate my budget. Property tax, $900, groceries, $800, car insurance, utilities. The total was a 5-figure monster glaring back at me, completely indifferent to my lost paycheck. If I didn't have my savings, I would have been toast. I would have had maybe 3 months to find a new job before things got ugly. Danny DeVito ugly. The pressure would have been crushing. Fire off 50 resumes a day, take the first offer just to stop the bleeding. But instead, after the initial shock faded, I had a different thought. Wait, what about my portfolio? Funny enough, I hadn't checked it in months until just a week before my layoff. I was curious about my net worth after all these years of saving and investing. That $500,000 in my portfolio wasn't just money, it was freedom. I didn't feel I won the lottery excitement, just relief. Deep, profound relief. That number meant I didn't have to scramble. It meant I had time. Time to breathe, time to figure out what I actually wanted to do next, not just what I had to do. And it all started with 3 simple rules I learned from Bogle. 6 years ago, I made myself a promise. Every time I had more than $5,000 sitting in my checking account, I moved the excess into my investment account and buy index funds. On top of this, I was also participating in my company's 401k and automated the contributions so that the money would get taken out of my paycheck every single week. I didn't try to time the market, I didn't wait for the perfect moment, I just bought. Month after month, year after year. When the market was up, I bought. When it crashed, I bought. In March 2020, the market dropped 34% in a matter of weeks. COVID had just hit. Everyone was panic selling, the news was screaming apocalypse. And you know what I did? Yep, I kept buying. Not because I'm brave, but because Bogle drilled rule number 1 into my head. Time in the market beats timing the market. I didn't know if the market would recover in 6 months or 6 years, but I knew that historically, it always recovered. Here's the thing most people don't understand. The stock market isn't a casino. It's a piece of the entire economy. When you buy an index fund, you're not gambling on one company. You're betting that humanity will keep improving, that businesses will keep innovating, that the economy will keep growing. And over the long run, that's been a pretty safe bet. By removing my emotions from the equation, I turned investing from a stressful guessing game into a simple and automatic process. And surprisingly, simple is exactly what you want when it comes to building wealth. Here's something that blew my mind when I first learned about it. 1% is a lot. What I mean? Bogle called it the tyranny of compounding costs. A 1% fee sounds tiny, right? But over 30 years, that 1% fee can eat up nearly 30% of your portfolio. Let me put that in perspective. If you invested $10,000 and it grows to $100,000 over 30 years, a 1% annual fee could cost you $30,000. That's your money going to someone else just because you didn't pay attention to the fine print. So when I invested, I paid special attention to the fees they charge. The index funds I bought had fees, also known as expense ratios nowadays. They were below 0.05%. That means for every $10,000 I invested, I paid less than $5 a year in fees. Compare that to actively managed funds that try to beat the market and charge 1% or 2%. Basically, 20 to 40 times the cost. Although they promise to beat the market, Bogle and multiple research prove that most of them don't. In fact, over 90% of these actively managed funds fail to beat the market over the long term. So you're paying more to get less. It's like paying full price for a giant bag of chips, only to realize you paid mostly for a bag of air. By keeping my costs low, I kept more of my money working for me instead of paying for the fund manager's new yacht. This last rule is the hardest rule, and it's the one thing that separates people who build wealth from people who just run in circles. Bogle once said, "Time is your friend. Impulse is your enemy." When the market crashed in 2020, almost everyone felt the same way. Sell, get out, protect what's left. But I didn't. I held on and I even bought more. Because here's what most people don't realize. The stock market always looks scary in the moment. There's always a reason to panic. A pandemic, a political crisis, a war. But if you zoom out and look at the last 100 years, the market has grown an average of about 10% per year. The people who lose money aren't the ones who invest and stay the course. They're the ones who panic sell at the bottom and miss the rebound. By staying the course, by doing nothing when your instincts tell you to do everything, you will capture the full recovery. I invested $48,000 during the pandemic. Guess how much it's worth today? Over $80,000. The secret to investing isn't the buying, it's the holding. And when I got laid off 2 months ago, this discipline paid off in a way I never expected. That $500,000 wasn't built on luck. It wasn't built on picking the right stocks or timing the market perfectly. It was built on 3 simple and boring rules. Remove your emotions, keep costs low, stay the course. That's it. When I logged into my account in November and saw that number, I didn't feel rich. I felt free. Free to tell my mom, we're going to be okay. Free to take my time to pursue my passions, not just chase the first job that'll pay the bills. Free to realize that getting laid off wasn't the end of the world. It was just an inconvenience and a whole new beginning. And here's the crazy part. I started with almost nothing. 6 years ago, I had maybe $5,000 to my name. I wasn't making $1 million per year. I didn't inherit the money. I just followed Bogle's rules and let time do its thing. If you're watching this and feeling financial stress, know that you can change your financial situation. You don't need a giant pile of money to start. You don't need to be a genius. You just need to start. Your future self will thank you. Mine sure did. If you want to dive deeper into Bogle's investing lessons, this next video will walk you through his top 4 rules of investing. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe and I'll see you in the next one.